Jesus!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Zone on the Nerd Report Network. I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and with me, as always...
It is I, Trips, and we'll see how long I last.
Holy shit. You not on a microphone tonight?
What?
Are you not on a microphone tonight?
I have a microphone. It's right here.
Okay, no, you just there was an echo coming from your end with that. Now you're fine, but I just wanted to know. I wasn't sure about that. As well as
the Zombie Master,
and Chris,
who's watching his team get spanked.
And I think, Chris, you okay there?
Yeah, I choked on something.
Jesus Christ, don't die, man.
Dude, it's been a Wednesday. I'll tell you that.
It's been a Wednesday. That's an answer.
Well, last Wednesday I almost died. This Wednesday I got a today I got a foam ear tip stuck in my ear.
Jesus.
Can I ask how the fuck that happened?
I have these new Hero buds, right? And I pushed them in, and I went to take it out. I guess the seal was too damn good. And the bud came out, but the tip stayed in. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Get out the tweezers.
Oh, I had to. Well, first I tried to do the old, do the non-violent way. Basically, like, pour water in the ear and try to, like, pull the lobe and, like, try to inch it out. And that did shit.
The tip got stuck in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be good. Holy shit.
Stop it. Just say what you want to say.
That tip had too much grip.
That's when you need your clap cleats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to get it out.
That's what she
using
said.
tweezers. And if you guys hear a noise, I'm about to put my air conditioner on because it's fucking hot.
Just don't stand next to it.
I have it on the outside of the room, so if the mic picks it up, I'm sorry.
No, at least you're giving us a heads
I
up.
have the mic on the other side of the room.
So they are literally going to give CM Punk the title now?
Well, he's a heel now, apparently.
Does anyone care?
I swear to God tonight, if it takes Julia Hart 6 months to learn how to swing a fucking chair.
It's called Story.
Oh, fuck that bullshit.
Called Story.
It's called a long... That's called bullshit.
Never said it was a long burn. I said it was a story.
What's that sound, Ronnie, you have?
All right. 6 months to do something is one thing. But then if it takes you a full year to learn how to swing a fucking chair, oh, fuck that.
Could be, hey, you know, it could also be, they could be setting up for something else.
I mean, it's like, there's long-term storytelling, and there's holy fuck, this is going nowhere.
Wait, did they really?
What?
Chris, we're kind of in a shitstorm right now. The Canadians won the fucking lottery.
Oh, Montreal, huh? The Habs?
The Habs.
All right, well, of course, we're the have-nots, so, you know.
So, wow. Oh my God, you want to talk about luck. You ready for this? So we'll drop right in. The draft lottery for the NHL happened. The Canadians, we got the number 1 pick. Followed by the Jersey Devils.
I know, Camp already said it.
And the Flyers get dick.
The Flyers are 5th.
Yep, we get dick.
5th, top 5 pick. You're still getting something. Dude, you know as well as I do. There's so many fucking leagues nowadays.
Yeah, you know, we got fucked today, too. Holy fuck. Really? I mean, I know Jokic is good, but seriously, they were like...
Oh, I don't agree with Joker getting the MVP. At all.
Dude, it's bullshit.
I think it should have been either Embiid or it should have been
It should have been Embiid.
But if not, it should have been Giannis. One of the two.
It should have been Embiid because of what Embiid means the most to his squad, and it's a fact. I mean, if it wasn't for Toronto injuring Embiid in game 1 and 2, Philly might be playing tomorrow for, the series instead of their life.
Yeah. Hockey going on right now. Just quick updates right now. The Florida Panthers are down 1-0 into the first period. Pittsburgh's up 2-1 on the blue shirts of the Rangers. 5 minutes left in the second period. Blue shirts need the win to go back to Game 6. If not, it is a gentleman's sweep. And same with Washington. God forbid. I fucking was not expect. Or no, sorry, it's 2-2. Fucking, how the hell is Florida supposed to be the best team in the fucking league, and they're getting smoked by fucking the Caps?
Well, the Caps are still good.
Not saying that, but I'm like, you look at it and it's like the fucking Panthers were supposed to be one of the best teams that was fucking under the fucking radar, and they're playing like shit right now.
There's only one hockey team in Florida I would trust to do anything, and that'd be the Lightning.
I mean, also I'm not gonna lie, I kind of I had a ticket on the Panthers. Fucking 20 tie fucking game. Let's fucking go. 2 up. In the boogie down. Fuck the kid. Fuck Sid. Can't stand fucking Crosby. I was gonna say, he's kind of like, that's like you. You can't stand fucking, what is it, Crosby? But tie game, 2 up. There's not like right now. There's not a lot of hockey news. Baseball.
There's a lot of shit that's happening in baseball.
We have our first postponement for COVID.
Who's that?
Guardians, White Sox.
I mean, I know Wheeler went on the COVID list, but yeah.
Oh, well.
Guardians announced, yada, 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 will reschedule when available. White Sox say Guardians manager Terry Francona tested positive. I think that's, honest to God, one of the only reasons why they postponed it.
Postponed it, right.
I think if it was just players, they wouldn't fucking play, but because it was Francona.
Oh, what? The bench coach can't take over?
Francona, though, is everywhere. That's the big thing with Francona.
Yeah, that's true. And then we got old Noah opening his fucking mouth.
I don't really. Syndergaard can fucking talk all his wants, but I really don't give a shit. It's smoke. Oh my God, they fucking took the lead. Rangers 3, Pittsburgh 2 within the matter of 2 fucking minutes.
Fuck Cindy.
Dude, this is like, I pick my head up all of a sudden. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah, still fuck Cindy.
Oh no, I agree. It's 3-2. It's 3-2 blue shirts now. Right through the 5 hole. Oh, fucking 3 goals in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. That's insane. And now it's a tie. You gotta be fucking serious, tie game. Within the matter of 3 minutes, we have fucking 3 goals. But, no. The Syndergaard stuff is interesting because everyone's saying that was a dig at Johan.
No, they were saying the dig was because it took the Mets 5 pitchers to get the no-hitter, and he claims it was only 1.
Well, I don't know about that because if you remember, a lot of people do not believe that the original no-hitter should have been a no-hitter.
Well, the umpire made the call. I remember that I have that game on it. I bought a special edition DVD of that game, and I watched it.
So it's like
people are not wrong.
So
the ball was in.
So if he's saying that's how you do a no-hitter, well, then you kind of have to then go have the balls to say that to.
I don't think he's saying it about the Johan game. I think he's saying it about the 5-pitcher game. Because I in no way did I hear him bring up Johan.
Oh, here's the funny thing.
But no. One quick thing. But did you see Max Scherzer's comment?
No.
I'll show you my World Series ring. That's what a real champion looks like.
So, I'm sorry. When it comes to that, I'm gonna let Thor in on a secret. Not even Met fans count that as a no-hitter. So
you know what? And here's the thing too. It's like all of a sudden these players leave New York, and all of a sudden they became bitter assholes. Stroman leaves, becomes a bitter asshole. Well, he always was, but
now
it got amplified.
Now he's on the what's it called? Now he's just on a fucking.
And he's not doing too well from what I've been seeing.
No, he's in Chicago and he's on fucking. What's it called? He's not making any money. He's fucking on the IL.
But then you also have Syndergaard leaves, and all of a sudden he becomes a bitter, pompous asshole.
Yeah. Hey, talk amongst yourself real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. I hate to bring it up, Chris, but what happened to your bullpen last week?
Shit. That's what happened. Shit. Fuck off.
I mean, that game. Look, I haven't seen a team collapse that bad. And I'm not just saying because it's my team, but I've just never seen a team collapse that bad before.
Dude,
a bullpen just implode.
And the thing is, it wasn't one game. It was 3. 3 games where the pitcher pitches a shutout, basically. Then the one that killed me was, what was it? I think it was Wheeler did it. Wheeler pitched a ridiculous game. Nebel comes in, does his part. Then Brad Hand comes in and fucks it up. That pissed me the fuck off. And then Nola pitches a hell of a game. And of course, the bullpen fucks that out. Then, was it Ranger Suarez, I think? Suarez pitches a hell of a game and fucks that one up. And the bullpen fucks that one up. It was a pain in the ass. Switching headphones quick because these are giving me shit. Hold on.
All right.
Yep. I was asking Chris about what happened with his Phillies last week.
It looks like they decided to switch bullpens. The Phillies took the Mets bullpen, and the Mets took the Phillies bullpen.
No, you know what it was? I watched the beginning of the game. McGill just got lit up.
I had to switch to my open ones.
Okay.
McGill tonight, Ronnie, I watched the first inning. He just did not have it tonight. His breaking ball wasn't breaking. His fastball was dead.
It happens. I mean, shit, it happens.
You know, and it's like, and I'm not saying, you know, because somebody brought it up, because before we came live, I was watching. I love to listen. I love to watch Twitter during Met games because Twitter with the Mets is hysterical. When they're doing great, the comments come flying. When they do bad, oh God, here we go. Here's the beginning of the downfall. It's just I just love it. I absolutely love it because it just shows some fans are never happy no matter what you do. And it's just it amazes me. And it's like I'm a Met fan, okay? I take the good with the bad. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have games where you just get knocked around. It's a long season. You're gonna get knocked around once in a while.
Yeah.
You can't have. That's why no team has ever gone 162 and fucking 0. It just doesn't happen.
It's never gonna happen. Oh God! Hey, a cocky one's on AEW right now.
Who?
A certain cocky fella. Kevin.
Where?
He's on AEW. He's a security guard.
Oh shit, he is.
How the fuck do you miss him?
Well, no, it's just because they were just showing Matthews. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, there's KM. Oh KM.
I mean,
well, they are in his area.
They are in New York.
Yeah, they're at Nassau.
But, hello, Christian.
Hello, Christian.
What up, Christian?
Oh God, he's got to start with the. After I gave you a good thing today.
Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't come in talking my shit.
Yeah, how you feeling? You recovered yet?
Oh, absolutely. Come on, man. Look.
So you guys didn't see it. I sent him a nice note on Twitter.
No, Chris.
Wait a minute. Who was that? That was just disrespectful.
No, Chris.
Don't make me do my little Chris Rock impression. Now I see why everybody hates Chris. You light-skinned bitch.
There you go, John. I dropped it. The new soundbite.
Yeah.
Stop it, John. Tell the story. Tell the story, bro.
I'm on. So Christian obviously got booted off Facebook for the 7,000th time, it seems.
Basically.
And, yeah, so I was on Facebook and she posted that to Twitter. She posted that to Facebook or Twitter. Trish, a picture of her with a lot of boobage. So I went and I copied it, sent it to Christian. I said, since your Facebook got hacked for the 1,000th time, here's a little something to brighten your day. And then he sends, tell him what the comment you sent back.
Here, I'll go back and read it. I'll just go back and read it. Okay, let's see what I said, because I can't remember what I just said. Grass Vaseline.
So I don't know if you're able to share with them the picture I sent you, so they can see what picture.
I think I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. This is a good one. This is recent.
Yeah, let me see.
This is in like a day or two.
So while he's doing that, I know it's very early to think about this.
Oh shit, CPA's on ringside too.
Yeah, and so is Joey Silver. They're all doing security. So
they got Nick as a security guy? Yeah, right.
So right now they have the MVPs
That's
showing
the picture.
Up. They have the MVP races already showing up.
You see the picture?
Yeah, I saw it. For AL, who do y'all think is in the lead right now for MVP?
Glaber Torres?
No, it's not Glaber.
Should be, because the motherfucker's been killing it lately.
Yeah, finally.
I give credit where it's due. He's killing it.
Finally.
Christian, who do you think is in the lead right now for AL MVP?
I'll say Judge.
Judge is not, but he is 8.5 to 1.
Okay.
Giancarlo?
No, Chris. Who do you think?
What for the MVP?
AL, just AL right now. Who do you think's in the lead?
Rizzo.
No, actually, surprisingly, in the lead at 2.5 to 1. Shohei Ohtani.
Of course.
Is that a surprise to anybody?
I'm not surprised.
But right under him is Mike Trout at 4-1.
Because he's still healthy.
Then it's Vlad at 6. Yeah, that's a. I would not take Mike Trout until that's like 14-1. Hello, friends.
Damn.
Judge is 8.5. Then it goes Byron Buxton at 10-1.
Jesus.
Then Jose Ramirez and then Juan Franco, 13-25. Then George Springer at 40-1. Rizzo's 50-1. I don't like that at all. Like, okay, is the only reason Shohei is even in the running right now because he pitches? Is that the only reason he's in the lead right now?
Yeah. I mean, people could be looking at him being a quote unquote two-way player.
But and I've said it before. He's not an ace. He's a
No,
three.
he's not.
He's a three.
No, he's not. He's not an ace.
He's a three.
You're absolutely right.
Now, if he was going out there being an ace and hitting 50 home runs, I would be like, yeah, hands down, he's the MVP. I would have said, yeah, hands down, he's going to be the MVP. If he's going out there with like a sub-2 ERA and doing like stuff that he would win the Cy Young no matter what, yeah, he's the MVP because he's doing stuff that he's doing the best hitting and the best pitching. Yeah, of course, he's going to be that. But honestly, it's too early to tell right now. Bryce Harper has a better chance to repeat than anybody else.
I could see that.
It is super early, but usually you need to have usually the guys that have the holy shit beginning of the year are usually the people that are in it in October.
Yeah. I mean, usually in baseball, sometimes the guy that just gets off to a tear, and John, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but like, you know, the guy that normally gets off to a tear and then he's consistent all the way throughout is the guy that's going to end up getting it. Like, you know, I think of A-Rod in 2007. Like, that dude never let up. That, I think, was the best year of his career.
That was Texas A-Rod?
No, that was Yankee A-Rod.
Yankee A-Rod, yeah. Okay.
He was like toward the tail end of his prime. And I mean, yeah, he was on a tear that year. And then he won the MVP
in Texas,
2 years before that with the Yankees in 2005.
And he won one in Texas, too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Is that Steve? Oh God, there's Kevin just got kicked.
So all right. So who do you think is in the lead right now for NL MVP? This one might shock you.
I'm kind of. I really don't know because I can't think of who's. Trying to think.
Top 6. There is a Met in this. It's
got to be either.
That's under 15-1.
It's got to be Lindor. Has got to be in that top 5.
He's 6.
I figured that much. Is that the only Met that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean Lindor's actually been doing a little better. I mean, I still call him shit Thor, but because of his fucking comments off season. But that's beside the point. But Alonso hit a home run. Alonso's starting to get hot. That's the problem is like, and Christian, I'll ask you this. It's like, did you see, or I'm sure you saw the highlights of that Met-Philly game the other day.
The one where the Philadelphia Phillies did a Jenna Jameson and blew the game?
I didn't say that. That's your words.
Where Brad Hand gave the
Chris,
job.
Dude, the Phillies cost me money that night.
How did they cost you money that night?
I bet on them.
And you know what? I'll give credit where it's due. Nola pitched a hell of a game. And I thought we were done because Nola was pitching lights out. I won't disrespect somebody when they do well. I may not like them, but I give respect where it's due.
Mhm.
Nola pitched a hell of a game because the last time we faced Nola, we spanked him. This time he spanked us, and then it just turned out to be, the bullpen doing the spanking or getting spanked, I should say.
Oh,
Well,
you're talking
don't.
about that one. You're not talking about the 10 innings of Brad Hand.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Mets Phillies game where they were winning 7-1 in the ninth inning,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
and they
yeah.
had a 0.1% chance of winning that game, and they came back and scored 7 runs in that fucking inning.
Yeah, as we all know, Steiner math never works.
But all I know is, as I said before, Christian, you weren't here. I said every team, because right now the Mets are getting spanked by the Nationals.
Okay.
It happens. Every team is going to have a game where they get the shit kicked out of them. The Yankees have had it. The Phillies have had it. The Mets have it tonight. It just happens. It's baseball. That's what happens. Everybody has, some guys have an off game. Tyler McGill, who's been one of our best pitchers this year, couldn't get out of the second inning. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Garrett Cole's had games where he stunk the bed up.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's talk about Garrett Cole lately.
He's been pitching better. He's been pitching lately. He's been pitching very well.
Garrett Cole lately has been playing.
Still not an ace.
Be respectful.
Still not an ace. I will stand by it. He is a 1.
Be respectful.
He is a 1.
Be respectful. I said be
not
respectful.
an ace.
I said stop being rude. I raised you better than this.
I will stand by it. Like I said, he is a 1. He is not an ace.
God, you are so goddamn rude. Be respectful.
But but I'll say this: it's like right now. Oh God, another guy with a badass mustache. Jesus Christ, where the Mets lead the league in porn mustaches. But anyway, no, they got guys on this team where no beards and they got these big black Magnum PI looking mustaches. I swear to God, I feel like pistachios. Boy, Christ. But anyway, but no, it's like.
Oh, sorry, John. I don't mean to cut you off. Chris Crosby possibly out with a concussion.
Yeah, that's what you get, Cindy.
All right, go ahead, John. Sorry.
But it's like, all right. I've been thinking about this all day. This way you can't have any time to think about it. Every team, each one of our teams, Ronnie, you can either agree or disagree with mine since we have both teams. If you were a GM for one day and you could change 2 players on your team right now, upgrade to positions, who would they be and why? Christian, I'll let you lead off this.
All right, what's the question again?
Boy.
If you were allowed to be a GM for one day.
Okay.
And your team has glaring holes, who are the 2 positions you would change right off the bat without even thinking?
Catcher is number 1 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, catcher, because if you think about it, most of the time, one of our best positions when it came to hitting and driving the ball into the field has come from catcher. Like the Yankees have always had productive catchers, right?
Yes, they have.
Even though we had him for only a year or 2, I loved him, and that was Russell Martin. I loved Russell Martin. I thought
you had he was with the Yankees for a few years. He wasn't just 1 year. He was a few years.
Right. I couldn't remember. I knew it wasn't long, but yeah, Russell Martin was, man. He was that dog. You know how, John, we always talk about catchers being that alpha dog. The guy bringing that toughness to the team, being the
swagger.
Right. That was Russell Martin. Because when the Yankees that year signed him and they made Jorge the full-time DH, that's when I said to myself, I'm like, yeah, Jorge's done after this year. I mean, as much as I hated him and had problems with him defensively, but he could hit. Gary Sanchez. These catchers for the Yankees now, Higashioka, he's probably a bench guy on any other team in the league, just like he is with us right now. But Trevino's not bad because Trevino kind of gives me some Jose Molina vibes a little bit from 2009. And defensively they're good. They can handle the pitching staff and everything. But come on, man. Like, if the Yankees had, let's say, like a Wilson Contreras, that would just put this lineup way over the top, if you ask me. So I would say catcher. And I mean, I know he's been on the trading block the last couple of years. You could say Aaron Hicks, but I know it just seems like Miguel Andujar is always on the trading block. But me personally, I would try and get rid of Aaron Hicks because he's just waste, if you ask me. Like, I was excited when they got him, but he hasn't really stayed healthy. And even when he's healthy now, he's not really doing anything right now.
And, you know, the only problem with that, and I'll say this, is the fact that they signed him to an extension and he's making a lot of money and no team's going to want him because he's making that much money. He's making $70 million.
Exactly.
And no team is going to want to touch him because he's just exactly what you just said. He's injury prone.
Yeah.
And he makes a lot of money.
And to be honest with you, I wouldn't even mind if they got rid of Joey Gallo. Like,
that's what you see. A lot of people that you see, that's a no-brainer. Everybody
get rid of
wants
him.
Out.
He's been a disappointment. Like, honestly, I wouldn't mind an outfield of, Stanton, in left, or even Andujar in left, because Andujar has been playing the outfield the last couple of years. I'll say, Andujar in left, center field. Mm-hmm. If he wants to get it together, Aaron Hicks or Joey Gallo and Aaron Judge, or, you could platoon Stanton in there as well. But, I like the way this team is looking right now. Like, this team kind of reminds me a little bit of the 2019 group. Just a little bit. And 2011 as well, because the Yankees got off to a strong start in 2011 as well, and nobody saw that coming. Everybody thought the Yankees were just going to fall off.
Right. So, Chris, what about you? Who are the two positions that you would upgrade immediately if you were a GM for a day?
Position player.
Yeah, not pitchers, position players.
Because
I was going to say, Chris, you'd scrap your entire pitching model.
He'd redo his entire bullpen, but that's beside the point. But no, position player.
Well, I was going to say relief pitcher, right?
Oh, well. Yeah. I've seen your relieving core. They suck. No disrespect. They suck.
I know. Trust me. I mean, Niebel's good. The thing is, though, Niebel can't pitch every night.
No, I watched him in that whole series. He pitched great in one game, and then they try to bring him in multiple games. He just don't have it. He's a pitcher that needs at least a day or two off in between games he starts, or games he comes in. So, but no, position player wise.
All right, center fielder, because we need a defensive center fielder. We don't need a hitting center fielder. We need a center fielder like, I don't know, like a Lorenzo Cain or a Victor Robles or something like that.
Aren't you don't you have like a kid that was hurt right before the season? That's supposed to be like
Roman Quinn back, and Roman Quinn's great on the base pass. I mean, you can't he's almost like he's unpick-offable, but he can't hit. So in order to get Roman Quinn on the base pass, you either have to pinch run or he has to walk.
Okay, so center fielder, you said. What's the other position?
Third base. Third base, because we have that Stott Bone thing, but I'd rather have somebody that's solid. I mean, if Stott becomes solid, that'd be great, or if Bone becomes solid, that'd be great. But right now, it's like committee.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? Bohm had that one bad game, and it was against the Mets, ironically, where he just couldn't throw anything out. The people of Philly embraced him. I watched how the people in Philly didn't give up on him. They gave him a standing ovation, and he's kind of corrected himself. I've watched a few games of his, on MLB Network when they would talk about the Phillies and stuff. He seems to have corrected himself a little bit. But I understand where you're coming from, that you got more than one third baseman. Could be an issue.
Yeah.
But okay, Ronnie, this is where you're either going to agree with me or disagree. The two spots that we have glaring weaknesses on, that I could see on this team right now is third base, because Escobar, he can't hit. He's not hitting right now. He's dead in the water. His fielding is mediocre, but we need to have a third baseman that's got a little more oomph. He hasn't really impressed me that much since they got him. And the second position is catcher. Like Christian said, Tomas Nido and James McCann are both defensive gems. Neither one of them can fucking hit.
But you know what, though? You don't need... When it comes to the catcher position, you don't need that power guy anymore. You don't need that Piazza style. Like, that's usually set for the first baseman. First or second baseman is usually the monster power guy back in the day. Now it's like, catcher, I'd rather have a guy that can actually control the gameplay, know what to call, and be the quarterback of the team.
You see, that's where that's the one thing. Because Tomas Nido and James McCann are both good at catching and actually calling a game. I will never take that away from either one of them. But the fact is...
Quick update, 4-3 Rangers.
Okay. But
Sorry.
no, but it's like you said, catching to me is like, that was considered one of the big power spots of a team. Because if you look at the catchers from the past, the Johnny Benches, the Piazzas, the Ted Simmons from the Cardinals when he played with the Cardinals. There's a bunch of other guys. I'm drawing blanks right now, but there's been a bunch of catchers that when they came up,
Pudge, AJ
Brzezinski, Pudge Rodriguez. You know, I mean, these were guys that when they came, Yachty, yeah. When these guys came to the plate, you feared them. You feared them because you're like, oh my God, this is like, not only can they catch a great game, they hit like crazy. And that's the problem. Like I said, I'm not saying, I mean, the Mets team right now is good. Not tonight, but they're good. You know, I mean, their record speaks for itself. But I think if they had a better hitting catcher and a little better, I mean, Escobar, I have nothing against him defensively. He's too light hitting for a third baseman because, again, third baseman, I mean, we could go on and on about third basemen. You know, A-Rod, George Brett, Mike Schmidt. You know, I mean, these guys were powerhouses. You know, I mean, you said first baseman.
I mean, Wade Boggs.
That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. Because, I mean, look at Pete, Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah,
Josh
first
Bell
baseman is still the power spot.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. The reason I said that, and I'll ask Ryan when he comes back, because he'll probably be here in about another half an hour.
Yeah.
See, I was just because I was watching again the other day, and I'm like, I looked at the team, and I'm like, God, those are the two spots that I see glaring holes on for this Mets team that hasn't had a lot of negativity this year. But those are the two positions I just can't seem to shake that they can improve on. I'm not saying McCann's a bad catcher. He's not. But he just doesn't have it. I mean, he's not hitting like he did with Detroit and Chicago. Christian, correct me if I'm wrong. He played for the White Sox for a while, didn't he?
Who?
James McCann?
Yes, he did.
And he was pretty good with Chicago.
I mean, he was exactly what you just described. He was a defensive-minded guy. I mean, he wasn't really there for his bat, per se. That's why they went and got Yasmani Grandal. But, yeah, he was a blue-collar player. You know, I wanted the Yankees to go after him, but it didn't happen. He ended up going across town, which is cool.
So
you're not missing much. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, because he would have been booed. He would have been booed out the Bronx, man.
Oh, he's getting his fair share in Citi Field too.
All right, cool.
I mean, he's not getting booed out of the place, but there's definitely people saying, you know, you were brought here to be put a little more pop behind the plate. I'll tell you what, Christian, here's a little homework assignment for you. I know you're not a Met fan, but if you get the chance, go look up Francisco Alvarez. He plays for the Rumble Ponies. Get your jokes out now.
Rumble Ponies, how gay.
Yeah, well, we've already made that joke. Well,
Rumble Ponies, Jesus Christ. You might as well be called Pink Fairies. Wow.
Hey, there is a hey. Get it right. There is a baseball team called the Fairies.
Yes, but all setting aside, go look at the stats for Francisco Alvarez. He's a 20-year-old catcher in Double-A right now. Look at this kid's hitting stats and his fielding stats. This kid, he's even said it. He's come out and said it. I'm going to be in the majors in 2022. And I don't disbelieve him the way this kid, because when he was in spring training, he had 4 or 5 home runs in spring training.
Wow.
This kid, he's almost kind of built like. He's kind of built like Pudge in a way. He's not built, he's not exactly like Pudge, but he's got Pudge-like tendencies.
Yeah, you know how I feel.
That makes any sense.
You know how I feel about Pudge.
And the third baseman we need to have hopefully come up is Brett Beatty. But I don't know if he's major league ready yet. If these two kids come up within the next year or two, it's going to be a drastic landscape change around this team. I mean, this team is good right now. These two guys come up and are billed as half of what they were billed as. We have a third baseman and catcher of the future. That's how good these two guys are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, like I said, that's a homework assignment. I want you to check out any film you can on Francisco Alvarez. I want you to tell me if I'm right or wrong about the Pudge comparison.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely check that out.
Well,
but then one other thing, Ronnie, I wanted to bring up about the whole Mad Bum thing. We were wrong about that. He wasn't thrown out of the game for substance on the hand. It's the umpire.
No, the umpire was checking him for that, though.
Yeah, but then the umpire, if you notice, when the umpire was checking, he gave him the death stare. And apparently Mad Bum didn't like what he was doing, the way he was handling himself, and the umpire threw him out. But he had no substance on his hands. Nothing. Because if he did, he would have been suspended for 10 days. And he wasn't. We thought it was because of a substance, but it wasn't.
No. But anyway, so when I was back to the MVP conversation I was having, we didn't do the NL.
Okay.
Who do you think is right now in the lead for the NL?
I'll say either Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman is 12-1. He is not the favorite, though.
You know what? I'm going to say it, even though he's a cocksucker, and I'm sorry Ryan's not here to defend it. I'm going to say Arenado.
He is 6-1, and he is second on the list.
Oh, God. There's the Rumble Pony mascot.
Oh, God, that looks like my sister.
Oh, Jesus.
Chris, who do you think?
He's mascot.
Chris, who do you think is in the lead for
the Birmingham Rumble Pony?
Who do you think is in the lead right now for NL MVP?
Christian might be heel turning tonight, Ronnie.
Yeah, I know.
I thought about you. Oh, here we go.
Is it Bryce?
No, actually. I want Christian. Chris, what do you think?
What?
NL MVP. Who do you think?
NL?
Yeah.
Aren't the Dodgers ripping it up?
Yeah,
the
but
Dodgers are right, but they're not tearing it up.
But you ready for this? It's not someone who you would really think. It's Manny Machado.
Fuck him. He can kiss
Machado
my
at 5-1.
Dude, I remember when I went to see him play a couple years ago. Every time he came up to bat, I trolled him. I'm like, all that goddamn money, and you can't even make an attempt to swing the baseball? Are you serious? And then he was trying to flip his bat up to try and catch it, and he dropped it. I'm like, broke ass, look at you. Then the second time he comes out, he actually hits a home run, but he struck out like 3 times that day. Every time he came up, I let him have it. Manny Machado can kiss my ass.
At 5?
Screw him. POS. I can't stand that guy.
So right now he's
You
5
feel
and a half.
about him the way I feel about that quarterback, son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's 5 and a
Jesus
half
Christ.
to 1.
Manny Machado can, yeah, dude. Watch. The Padres can lose 120 games and they'll still give him MVP. Like, screw Manny Machado. He's an overrated POS. That cocksucker.
So just to throw some names out there, Mookie is 25 to 1.
Interesting.
Alonso's 30 to 1.
Okay.
Harper's 20 to 1. Matt Olson is 30 to 1.
That's surprising because Olson's doing pretty good in Atlanta.
So the man who just hit for his 3rd cycle in his career, Yelich, 60 to 1.
He's on the downward end. He's not doing. He's been last couple of years. He has not played very well, and that's surprising coming from him.
Yeah. Yelich was the MVP,
Yelich
what was it, like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, he would almost hit 50 home runs. He drove in 130 runs. He was like a defensive gem. Now he can't even get out of his own way.
He got hurt, didn't he?
He had a leg or shoulder issue, but it wasn't career threatening. He just sucks this year. He's just not the of old.
So it was like a Kirk Gibson type injury.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's really it for like notable MVPs that are gonna be in there. That's pretty much it.
Well, the thing is, then you got Acuna coming back soon.
See, Acuna's up there. Acuna, they factored him in. Acuna right now is 10 to 1.
Acuna's back.
The thing is, like,
go ahead.
You really can't go on the MVP off of a month. I mean, you just can't.
No, but you can lose it in a month.
Oh yeah, you can
definitely
lose it in a month.
Let's put it this way. So, go back and look at a lot of stuff. I did a little research and I listened to a couple podcasts. When Harper won it last year, his score pretty much was his first month in. He was say was 100 is average. Like your average rating is 100. Harper was hitting 250. His score was 256 in the month of April. So,
you see, that's the thing about baseball. Go ahead, finish, Ron.
Well,
finish your
I'm
statement.
saying is you can't win it in April, but you can lose it in April.
Oh yeah, you damn sure shit can lose it in April.
Yeah.
But you know what? You see, that's the fun thing I think about baseball. It's like these guys, there'll be guys that'll come out and just tear it up the first month or two of the season. And I mean, you're thinking, oh God, they're gonna have a this, and this season, but then they fall off the face of the earth within weeks. But then just the opposite could happen. You could have a guy like, I'll just use McCann as like I was saying. McCann right now is hitting under 200. In July, he could have an upburst, and he could be hitting like 400, and then hit 350, 400 for the rest of the season. Not going to do it, but could happen because that's the funny thing about baseball.
So right now, there's one guy on here that's in the top 5. He's at 8 to 1. That's on a losing team. That's Juan Soto.
Oh, Soto, man, and this is a contract year for him. He just can't get. That's another one. He can't seem to get out of his own way this year. He's terrible this year. I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with him.
It's okay. He's coming to the Bronx. Mark my words.
Because you know what the announcer said during the game last night? Look at his RBI totals. He's got 5 or 6 home runs, like 6 or 7 RBIs.
Yeah.
I mean, if to have an RBI total that low when you're a power guy, something's wrong.
Yeah. Last little bit of info for baseball. DeGrom got shifted over to the 60-day DL.
which means he's going to start rehab and he'll be back soon.
Well, he went from the 10 to the 60.
Well, no, they did that. The only reason they did that is because they took a guy off waivers.
Oh, okay.
They pulled a guy off the Cubs. They took a Cubs reliever who was put on waivers, and they needed to make a roster spot. And since DeGrom's not going to be ready until more likely June or July, that's why they did that. That's the only reason they did that. But, speaking of Yankees, Christian, did you hear about the Rangers manager opening his big mouth?
Who, Chris Woodward?
Yeah.
What'd he say again?
He said playing in Yankee Stadium's like playing in a Little League field.
Oh, he was just salty because he lost, man. That's all it is.
Now, like I said, you're the Yankee fan here, so I'm just going to pose this question. Hasn't Yankee Stadium always traditionally had a short porch in right field? And no matter what Yankee Stadium that they've had?
Yeah, they have.
And here's the thing that really got... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Stadium.
What's that?
The ball is always flown out of Yankee Stadium, so what's he talking about?
And you know what the funny thing I find ironic about that? He played for the Yankees for a brief time.
He sucked.
John.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody care.
John, you
What's that? What?
You want to talk about Little League parks? Need we have to go back to a baseball field that was made in New York that people knew all so well? The Polo Grounds.
God, yeah.
Center field,
the Polo Grounds.
Center field
Lord.
may have been 500 yards or 500 feet, but if you went down the line, it was 240.
Yeah. You see, that's the one thing.
Now that's a Little League field.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Polo Grounds was a terrible fucking stadium. Look, I mean, the Mets had to play there the first couple of years because the simple reason is Shea Stadium was being built.
Oh, but the fact that they're actually... So, there's rumors right now that they're building a replica.
Of the Polo Grounds?
Yes. In New York.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the rub. They're not going to build it to the exact dimensions because you can't. Because then...
Yeah, to an extent they could.
Yeah, but they're not going to make it because I know the dimensions to right field and left field were ridiculously stupid. Center field, you had to be 248 on both sides.
On right and the left, and then it was 502 to dead center.
502 to dead center. But here's the problem with that. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor. Like I said, I'd have to research it really well. Only one person ever hit it to dead center in the Polo Grounds. I'd have to find out who it was, but somebody did hit it dead center.
Yeah, someone did hit it, and it never went over the wall. It went into the statues.
It went into the monuments. Yeah.
Yeah, that is legit. But
yeah, but I don't remember who the player was.
No, neither do I. But you ready for this?
What's that?
They want to do a Field of Dreams type thing by them making replica stadiums.
I have no problem with that.
The first game that would be at the Polo Grounds, the Mets Dodgers.
Oh yeah. Or you could even do Mets Giants too.
Mets Giants. You could do. Fuck it. They should just re.
Hell, if you really want to have
Subway Series in the Polo Grounds.
Dodgers Giants in that stadium would be interesting because they were both New York teams at one point.
Yep.
That would be a hell of a game, and I'm sorry. Freddie Freeman in a stadium that built like the Polo Grounds, forget it. He'd be launching balls out. I mean, I'd be afraid to be sitting in my living room if I had an apartment. He'd probably put a ball right through the fucking window.
Yeah, left field and right field, you almost would have to push back to like make it 350.
Or, you know what? Maybe not even 350. Maybe 325.
Yeah, like you can't do 240.
No, you do 240. They'll be launching balls left, right, forwards, and back. Hell, I might be able to hit it over the field then. But no, I have no issue with that. No issue with that whatsoever.
Chris, what's your thoughts about that? Them possibly remaking older stadiums to do like throwback games. Since the Field of Dreams did so well.
Chris?
What?
He asked you a question. Ronnie, ask again. I don't think he heard you.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that they're possibly doing like a lot of remakes of these like retro stadiums to do like almost like how the Field of Dreams game was? Like the rumor is they're gonna build the Polo Grounds.
The rumor's not gonna use the Polo Grounds?
They're gonna rebuild the Polo Grounds to do like Giants Dodgers in the Polo Grounds.
Giants Mets. Or Mets Dodgers.
Dude, it's gonna be a ridiculous like pull homer park.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Every hitter that pulls for a homer is gonna like have like a field day.
But I mean, the fact that you're gonna get that is gonna be good because of the fact that you're getting newer stadiums. Even if you're only gonna get it out of one thing, I mean, the Field of Dreams game was a hit.
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful game.
I mean, the Field of Dreams thing is awesome because you have the cornfield and all that. I mean, if you start doing way too many retro games, it's gonna get old.
Yeah, you know what? I got to disagree with you on that because you know what? It's nice. It's nostalgic. It's not like you're doing a whole season with the retro park. It would be one game.
Well, it depends on which stadiums you're gonna build.
Right. I mean, would you like? I mean, I don't think you want to see Veterans Stadium go back up, would you?
No, God, no. I don't want Veterans Stadium back.
But if you see like the Polo
We're
Grounds,
good. I'm sorry. As much as iconic as the Vet was, it was a shithole.
Yeah. That's what made it so glorious in Philly.
Dude.
It was a shithole.
Right. The most glorious thing that happened in the Vet is the fan shit. That's it. All right. Look at Ship from Eagles games. There are Eagles that were all-time Eagles that had their careers end on the turf of the Vet, not because somebody hit them, it's because they hit the turf.
Yeah.
And they hit it hard, and they fucked their career up. As for the Phillies, no. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna miss the Vet.
No, but I think if you do the old, I'm trying to think what stadiums would be good. Obviously the Polo Grounds.
Like, all right, for football it would have been Franklin Field. That would have been cool, but still, no. We're good. I like CBP. The bank is awesome.
Baseball is a little. See, in my
shit.
opinion, when you get certain things like baseball, it's a little different because the older stadiums are kind of coming back to like they're trying to take away the technology again, as well as use the technology.
I mean, the Field of Dreams thing is cool as shit because a lot of people love the movie, and to have teams do that is pretty awesome.
Right.
The Polo Grounds, I can see, but that's where it ends.
Honestly, yeah, I actually agree with you. I mean, unless you do, like, the old Minnesota field, you could remake
what,
that.
the Metro, the Homer Dome?
The Homer Dome.
The Metrodome?
No, I used to call it the fuck that. It used to be the Homer Dome.
I'm saying I can see that. Maybe if you build a stadium again up in Canada and you put two teams up there and make, like, an Expo Stadium.
You know how many people hated the Metrodome because of that white roof?
You know how many people hated the Metrodome from the blue fucking seat wall?
Oh, I love the blue seat wall.
Yeah. But the thing is...
I love the blue seat wall.
But the thing is, how many players got... Basically, they lost the ball in the lights and got hit by a hit ball because they lost that damn ball in the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, here's I want to stay. What about the Astrodome?
Oh.
That's still standing.
We're good.
The Astrodome is still standing. Actually, it's a historical landmark. It'll never be torn down.
You could do the Astrodome. Do Texas versus Houston for a game.
They'd have to refit. The stadium needs a lot of work.
Obviously, but I mean, hell, if you really wanted to do it, you could build a stadium back up in Montreal.
What was the name? What was it? What was the stadium in Montreal? What was it called?
I forget what the Expo Stadium was called.
Oh, what the fuck was it called? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Chris, you remember?
What?
Expos?
You remember what was the Expos? What was the name of the stadium?
Oh God, I don't know. The stadium in Montreal.
Christian, could you look that up? You're good with finding stuff real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got you. I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, it's like I know it's at the tip of my tongue. I just can't fucking think of it.
Olympic Stadium.
Olympic Stadium. That's it. Yeah.
That could be the other one that I can see them building.
Wait a minute. I think it's still standing though. I think Olympic
It is still
Stadium.
standing.
Yeah, so they mean they'd have to refit
Yeah, let me
it.
see. Here, I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, Olympic Stadium.
It's a multi-purpose
Yeah.
stadium. Yup, it's nicknamed the Big O.
Big O, yeah. That's still as far as I knew, it's still standing. You know, and it's just vacant right now. Nothing. They're not doing anything with it, which is, I don't know why they don't just refit it and bring it back and bring back the Expos, because that would be great to have the Expos back.
Well, because Tampa Bay doesn't want to travel up. They don't want to travel back up to
Tampa Bay. Fuck Tampa Bay. Let them stay in Florida.
Well,
See, the problem is
there was a stadium proposed for the Expos in 2014, Labatt Park.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but yeah.
What did you send? What picture was it? Oh God, I was like, that's a stupid pony thing again.
So other quick news in all of this, Oliveira didn't make weight in MMA. He loses his title, and Gaethje is the #1 contender.
Yeah, and then it's still vacant.
Still vacant. Thug Rose
Gaethje couldn't beat Oliveira.
A fucking half a pound. He fucking misses weight again by a half a pound. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And then Tony Ferguson turns into an old man. I have to show you this fucking kick, Christian and John. Tony Ferguson gets kicked square in the fucking mouth. To the point where all of a sudden you look at him and go, he just transformed into an old man.
Oh, God.
He punted his ass. It was a kick that made fucking Pat McAfee blush.
Well, the thing is, Tony Ferguson's he has had bad showings now for 4 or 5 fights.
Yeah, but Chandler just fucking straight up fucking Hogan kicked him.
Well, I said right after Gaethje beat the shit out of him that Ferguson needs to go.
He brothered him.
Jesus.
Just straight and just boom.
I don't know. The thing is, Ferguson used to be so scary of a fighter and all that. Now he's just a shell.
Yeah.
What's these UFC guys?
Yeah, UFC. It's the new. It was the fight that happened last week.
Yeah, I'm not even close.
Okay.
I have no idea who you're even speaking of.
So
I didn't see it. I was at Trenton.
I saw the kick. I didn't even watch the pay-per-view. We were at WrestlePro. I saw the kick because it popped up in my feed, and then holy shit.
At that
point.
Oh,
is that what you were looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, I was because I remember because when I was sitting next to you, I saw you look at something. Oh, I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, at that point, the crowd noise was starting to get to me, so I was like getting ready to go. But the best thing about it is when the crowd noise were getting to me, it was the main event. I was like, thank God.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so we got some breaking news in college football, actually.
Uh-oh.
and I'm interested to know what you guys think. The ACC is getting ready to vote on a schedule model for the SEC, a 3-5-5 scheduling model in an effort to scrap divisions.
In an effort to stack divisions?
No, scrap.
Scrap.
A 3-5-5 division. So what it would be is you pick 3 teams. Doesn't change. They are permanent. Then it goes 5 one year. Then the other 5 that you don't play that year flips over and you play the 5 the other year. The next year. Plus then your non-conference games.
So some teams are going to be sort of happy when they don't have to face Clemson.
Right. So the whole idea is the fact that they're saying that they want to do 3 permanent opponents, then rotate the rest over a 2-year period. 5 one year, 5 the next.
So they don't want to have the ACC title game anymore.
No, they still have the ACC title game, but now it'll just be the top 2 teams duking it out.
Ah, I see. So they can finally get Clemson play Miami in the title game.
Exactly.
Because they can't do that because they're in the same division.
Right. Or you can get like the rarity where you get something. Everybody is even. There's no divisions. Everybody plays everybody. Over the course of a 2-year deal. I don't mind it.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you wanted those teams to square off, then don't put them in the same division.
Well, it's a little hard. It is hard, though, because you're trying to realign divisions, but if you're going to scrap the division and just make it like, all right, well, no matter what, the top 2 teams play each other. Well, then, there you go. Yeah. Now you can get the SEC title game where it's Clemson, Miami, or Clemson, FSU.
I mean, all that shows to me is that, the Atlantic and the Coastal is at the Atlantic, that the ACC has no faith in the Atlantic Division whatsoever against the Coastal.
Wasn't it 2 years ago or was it 3 years ago that Duke was in the ACC title game?
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame versus Clemson.
I'll be back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
But I'm saying is you're going to get something different because Clemson, as of right now, we don't know what Clemson's going to be next year. Clemson right now is a toss-up. Are they going to be that 7-win team that comes back, or are they going to be that 12-win team to make it to the SEC title game? Like, was last year an outlier?
Yeah.
Or are they still the powerhouse team?
I mean, I said before I wanted Notre Dame to join the ACC because if they did, they'd have a freaking mortal lock on the Atlantic Division.
I agree with. I mean, I think Notre Dame needs to join a conference.
Oh yeah, completely. They should.
If not,
I've said for the longest time.
The ACC, it should be. If not the ACC, it needs to be the Big Ten. If it's one of the 2.
I swear to God, if Ruby jobs to Riho.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm pissed off at AEW for now, but I'm going to save that heat till Monday. And it's all evolving the whole Owen Hart thing, and I'll explain it on Monday. I'm not going to get into it here.
Oh, that and... Well, the funny thing I laughed about is they started moving with the Julia Hart thing after I tweeted at her. That was funny as fuck.
But what's your thoughts, John, on that, on the 3-5-5?
You know what? I don't know enough about it to really comment.
Okay.
But the fact is, if it's gonna, Now, here's a question. I'll ask this.
Yeah.
Is it going to make things easier or more difficult for teams?
Honestly, it might make it more difficult.
For the Atlantic, easier because they won't. Well, some for the Atlantic easier. Actually, for the coastal easier, because if you don't, like, say, if you're Florida State and you don't have to play Clemson and Miami.
Sammy Guevara, he's wearing a jacket that looks like he's pimping every company in the world.
Oh, he's pimping out his girlfriend.
What the?
What's that jacket? He's like Grand Prix.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, what is he? His jacket's like a walking fucking billboard.
It's crazy how Guevara was supposed to be the baby face after leaving Jericho, and now he's more of a heel than Jericho.
No, but go ahead. I just saw that, and it just really threw me for a loop. But go ahead, Chris. You were saying?
I mean, like, I imagine if you're Florida State, you're going to end up playing Miami every year. There's no way the ACC would do an every other year with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That would be...
So, but if you're Florida State and you don't have to play Clemson every year, that may be a nice thing. Because then you have a shot, really. Or the thing is, then you have to hope Clemson's down, or Clemson will be, or you're going to be, if you have a good squad, you're going to be playing them in the championship game.
Like, you got to think about it. Virginia Tech, Virginia is going to be a constant. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Florida State versus you're going to get FSU, Miami every year. You're probably going to get Pittsburgh and Syracuse every year.
What, if you're NC State?
No, I'm saying Pittsburgh and Syracuse, you're probably going to get that. If you're NC State, you're probably going to get Clemson every year.
NC State, you're looking at Clemson and Carolina and probably Duke.
I don't know. Maybe Wake.
But I know you're going to get Carolina.
Yeah, I can see Wake Forest and NC State as well as I can see Wake Forest, and I don't see Duke. I think you could see Wake Forest, Clemson, and UNC.
So basically, if you're Wake Forest, you're fucked every year.
But you know what, though? The one thing that this can help, your three constants can literally be your closest teams that you're facing. So it could legitimately
that's the funny thing. It's like
they can be constant home
squad,
games. Oh yeah. If you're a weak squad, you're hating this.
Yeah, if you're a weak squad in the ACC, like all of a sudden you better look at your coach and be like, dude, we're about to get killed every year. You better do something.
Like BC is gonna obviously be probably like Pittsburgh, Syracuse, and Louisville probably.
BC, Pittsburgh, Syracuse. I would say Pitt, Syracuse, West Virginia.
Well, it wouldn't be West Virginia because West Virginia ain't ACC anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Vatech.
Virginia Tech. But wait, Virginia Tech's not ACC anymore.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They're coastal.
All right. So, Louisville, you're looking at Pitt, definitely.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at Tech.
Yeah.
And probably Clemson.
Oof. Woof.
Yeah. Matt, so if you're one of the Florida teams, you almost like make out like a bandit.
Yeah. But the thing is, the thing that helps everything is the fact that you can legitimately set up your 3 games to literally be right down the fucking road.
Yeah. Well, if you're Syracuse, you're like, shit, we gotta get moving.
Well, NC State could be the Battle of Tobacco Road, too. Mm-hmm. You could literally make your 3 as the Tobacco Road games.
Well, I said NC State's probably going to be Duke,
UNC,
Carolina, and probably Clemson or Wake.
Probably Wake, because I think if you're NC State, you want to see Wake Forest every year, not Clemson.
Yeah, because NC State Wake is almost a guaranteed victory.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I mean, unless it's like last year, unless it's a team that shows up like last year.
Yeah, the thing is, Wake didn't play NC State last year, I think.
You know what? Let me see. Let me see what they got. Let me see who they have this year. I'm on the thing right now, so give me 1 second.
All right.
Oh, okay. You ready for this? VMI win. I believe that's Vandy that they got. Yeah, they got Vandy next win.
Did you just say BMI?
V is in Victor.
Oh, I thought I'm like, why the hell is he talking about body mass index? The fuck?
I mean, it is the Demon Beacon.
The Virginia Military Institute.
Oh, ain't nobody care.
You ready for this? Wake Forest, if they can run the table on this, they will be in the national title game. Saying it now. Liberty, Clemson, at FSU, Army, BC, on the road for Louisville, NC State, home against UNC, Syracuse, and Duke.
All right, so if Wake runs the table, they're looking at the playoff.
Yeah, I think so.
Which means they get murdered by an SEC squad.
Yeah, they get murdered by Bama, Roll Tide.
Basically, or Georgia, one of the two.
So, Christian, what we're talking about right now is the ACC is putting up a 3-5-5 new way to do the schedule, which each team picks 3 permanents, and then it goes 5-5 every other year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way for them to scrap divisions so they can just have one big ACC.
Interesting. We'll see how it works out.
I think it's a positive.
It definitely I'm definitely intrigued by it to see how it would pan out.
Well, so next year though, we got to remember next year we're getting, not this season, but next season we gotta worry about what the fuck's gonna happen, because then the fucking American fucking dissolves. So I wouldn't be shocked.
They're gonna go mostly to the Big 12.
Mostly to the Big 12, but I would not be shocked if the ACC picks up like Temple, Navy, and South Florida.
Temple?
ACC, dude, I could see that. I could see them taking Temple because it's a academic
I
for
could see
academic.
the ACC picking South Florida and UCF.
See, here's the thing. The reason I say Temple, it's the same reason Rutgers is in the Big 12. Yeah, okay, yeah, we have that. Yeah, they didn't look at Rutgers for their football or basketball. They looked at them for their academics. Temple for their academics would be a good fit for the ACC.
Temple basketball, I mean.
Temple basketball, too. I mean, Temple basketball would be great for the ACC. But I would not be shocked if you start seeing, because what? Next year, Cincinnati, Houston, UCF didn't go with them? I thought UCF went with them.
No, UCF is still in the American.
For this year, I thought they went with them.
I mean, then you also have Houston, so.
Houston's going to the Big 12.
Oh, yeah. UCF will go to the Big 12 probably, too, I'm thinking.
see if I can find the actual article. They need to fucking do something with Notre Dame, though. In all honesty, they need to do something with Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I like Notre Dame as an independent team because you try and put Notre Dame in a conference that takes away a lot of the iconic rivalries that they have with a lot of these other storied programs. You put them in the ACC, that's goodbye to potentially the matchup with USC yearly. That's goodbye to the matchup with Michigan. Who's another one of their rivals, Chris? Help me out. I know I listen to Maine too.
All right, as a Notre Dame fan, if Notre Dame goes to the ACC, they virtually almost have a lock on a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Unless all they have to do is beat Clemson. That's it. And if Clemson isn't, and Clemson's also going to be down this year anyway because Brett Venables is gone.
That's right. He's Oklahoma's coach now.
Yeah. Oklahoma with a defense in the SEC. About damn time.
Yeah, but I don't even think Oklahoma wins the Big 12 this year. If we're being realistic, I think Baylor is the best team in that conference. I think they're bringing a lot of guys back from last year's team, and I just like what Dave Aranda is building right now out there in Waco. I think he's the best defensive-minded coach in the country.
Oklahoma should dominate the Big 12.
They should. They should, but I just think, Baylor, another year together. They have that year of experience under their belt. Oklahoma.
Yeah, but the thing is, none of those squads play defense, and that's where Oklahoma has that edge now.
But so does Baylor. Baylor plays defense too. Like, Baylor was the best defensive team in the Big 12 last year. So I'm not going to put it past them.
Well, they got rid of Spencer Rattler, didn't they?
Rattler is a Gamecock.
Yeah, he's in South Carolina, and I think Caleb Williams left for USC.
All right. So Rattler goes from getting danced on. Actually, he wasn't danced on by anybody. Rattler goes now from being protected to being danced on against Clemson every year.
No, but you want a team that's going to be a sleeper in the Big 12? Don't sleep on West Virginia. Because good old...
I always say that, but they fucking implode every year.
West Virginia's got a quarterback now.
They always do.
JT, baby.
Daniels. Oh, dude, no. Don't even go there. JT injury Daniels. Dude, the backup will be in by the 5th game.
I'll tell you what. There's one person that just that just bailed out.
Dude, he had a chance to win the damn job in Georgia, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, the SEC though is different.
He had protection in the SEC.
What is it? Jaden Daniels is now in LSU.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that launched about 2 months ago. All this transfer portal stuff you're getting. Here we go. Cincinnati, Houston, Big 12. So it's right now going to the Big 12 is Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF. Or will be in the Big 12 as of next year. BYU will officially join. Oh my God. Okay, so the American is not going to be subsidized, but they are getting 6 new fucking teams. The AAC is to get Charlotte, Florida Atlantic, North Texas, Rice, UAB, and UTSA.
So they're mid-major now.
They're literally liquidating Conference USA. The only team out of the Conference USA that's anything is fucking Marshall.
The thing is, though, what big squads from the American are left over?
If you got... Okay, so let me pull it up. So, from the Americans, you have those three. Smoo, Memphis. I won't even count. Maybe Navy? That's it. And I'm being generous with Navy.
My God, so it's basically easy pickings for Memphis and Navy and
SMU. And SMU, yeah. I mean, unless you get South Florida like they were in 2009, but they still are trying to rebuild.
And Temple's moving out, right?
No, Temple's still there, but dude, they only won one game last year.
I would say easy pickings for Temple, but it's Temple.
Listen, I'm not even saying easy pickings for Temple.
No, I was gonna say it, but it's Temple.
Yeah.
So you have to hold your expectations.
So the teams that are going to be sticking around right now, besides the teams that are coming in, ECU, Tulsa, SMU, Memphis, Navy, Tulane, South Florida, and Temple.
All right, that's Memphis's division to lose.
No or SMU's.
I would say Memphis more.
Yeah, it depends on who it is, but I can also see Smoo taking that. I can see, literally, you ready for this? I can see the final being SMU versus Memphis for the title game.
That's sad that division is going to be that weak and Temple still isn't a favorite.
Yeah.
That just shows how bad Temple got after Matt Rule left.
I'm curious. Can I bet any of that yet?
I mean, man, we're back to losing the high school squads.
Oh my God, we got regular season wins for fucking college football already. Would you like to know?
Let me guess. Temple has 2?
No, I haven't even seen Temple. Auburn 6.5. Who did Auburn lose this year?
I know Bo Nix is gone because I know he's in Oregon now.
Yeah, but does that hurt Auburn? Does that hurt Auburn? Because Bo Nix fucking blew games for him.
No, he actually wasn't too bad last year.
He was good, but he blew games.
Right. I don't know if Bigsby is still there.
Oh, I'm hammering this under. Clemson, 10.5.
Wow.
They're not winning 11 games.
Nah. I mean, I don't know. This Clemson team just doesn't really scare anybody anymore like they once did.
No. Florida State, 7.5.
I'm gonna take the under.
It leans to the under. Buckeyes, 11.
Ohio State?
Yep.
How sad is it that there's no NFL, no football, but yet we're still talking football more than baseball right now?
Dude, because okay, Chris, we started this show as a football podcast. Football is our bread and butter.
I know.
Football is our bread and butter. So when we get a chance to talk college football or NFL, we're gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, the USFL is
Fuck them.
Nobody cares.
Fuck the USFL. I don't give two shits about the USFL. I'm waiting until next year so I can talk about the XFL.
Wait, Christian? USFL.
Ain't nobody care.
Motherfucker, I've been sitting down and watching the fan focused football league.
Dude.
That's more entertaining than that.
Dude, I can't believe we're not talking Kentucky Derby. Well, there's not much to talk about.
We will when Ryan gets here. We will, because there was some life-changing money for the Kentucky Derby.
Dude, a lot of people in Trenton were pissed.
What, with the Derby?
Because Bianca was not there.
Oh, what?
She was in Kentucky.
Yeah.
With her funny hat.
So so other names. Okay, here we go. Wolverines over under 9.5 for Michigan.
Ah, shit.
Hey.
Over 9.5.
Yep.
Push.
Well, you can't push. How can you push half a game?
All right, under 9.
Your Penn State Nittany Lions 8.5.
Under 8.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Pitt 9.
Who?
Pittsburgh 9.
Under. They're gonna miss Cody Pickett. Or Kenny Pickett, sorry.
I don't even think it's just that. Yeah, you're gonna miss Pickett, but on the other hand, you factor it in. They just lost their best wide receiver.
Boy, that was an uneventful episode of fucking Dynamite.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you a best bet over right now. Gamecocks 5.5. They will go bowling this year.
The Gamecocks?
Gamecocks with Rattler as their quarterback. They will win 6 games.
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky is 8.5. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotta know. What's Kansas? What's Kansas? Oh, they don't have Kansas up here. Fuck you!
Ain't nobody care.
I'm gonna call it. If that's anywhere near 2, I'm betting the over on Kansas.
What,
Nobody
Kansas
cares.
football?
Yeah, Kansas football.
God damn.
If it's 2.5, I will bet the over. Like now, if I can get a fucking number on it. Because I will tell you right now, they will win fucking 3 games. I will call it now. The Jayhawks will win 3 games.
Damn.
John, you alright over there?
3 games. Wait, is Les Miles?
Yeah, I'm fine.
still
I'm just
Jayhawks
listening. I got no dogs in this fight. I'm just listening.
No, okay. Les Miles is not part of Kansas anymore.
Who the hell's their coach?
Good fucking question.
Good fucking question. Yeah.
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 What?
Yeah.
We got a beer. Another beer.
Oh, we're doing that on Saturday.
What? We were doing that. Yes, we were doing that on Monday.
Yeah.
What else? No, Chris, you were talking about the Kentucky Derby. Dude, the payouts for the Derby were insane.
Let's wait for Ryan because I know Ryan's got thoughts on that.
Well, I could tell Chris the payout. Chris, did you see the payout by any chance?
The what?
The payout from the Derby.
No.
If you hit the superfecta, which is the first 4 horses in a row, it was $350,000.
God damn.
Yeah.
Shit, that's crazy.
Okay, so they have nothing. They have nothing right now for futures, and I'm not even touching fucking Heisman.
Fuck it, let's go to the Heisman.
No, I'm not. No, I will not touch the fucking Heisman. That can go. That's way too fucking early to think about.
Oh yeah, completely.
Fucking Bryce Young is on this. Like, why? Why?
Because he won the thing last year.
No shit. I'm just saying is why do we need to have fucking money on this? Why the hell do they need to have a number on this yet? Listen, I get degenerate gamblers, but holy shit.
Oh my god. Because you won the thing?
Is someone playing video games again?
Almost.
I can hear it.
So right now they have actually 2 bets for champions. They have to have Georgia or Alabama win the national title again is minus 130. Anybody else is plus fucking money. Pretty much giving anybody no shot, thinking that, oh yeah, well, you know, like you do. All right, what else is in there in college football? Because I'm trying to hold off as much as I can until Ryan gets here so we can talk.
He said he was going to be here at 9, which is like 10
now,
o'clock our time.
Which is now.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he at the club or is he at his job?
Job.
Oh.
Apparently, Bama's in some hot water for tampering. Head coach Nick Saban said the program did not violate NCAA rules regarding former Louisville wide receiver Tyler Hardlin before he entered the transfer portal in April. Oh boy. Who talked to him? No, if they talk to him before he hit the transfer portal, then that's tampering. That's pretty much them forcing his hand to go into the transfer portal so they can get another wide receiver at Alabama. That is not good. Christian, what's your thoughts on that?
On what? The transfer portal?
No, Saban. Fucking them possibly getting busted for tampering.
Yeah, I saw that. Can't really say I'm surprised. Because think about it. Doesn't Alabama end up with the best prospects, with the, some of the elite prospects in college football every year on their team? What have we always said about them?
Well,
they don't break
it
down.
If you notice, Bama is kind of like the Notre Dame. They walk in and be like, Bama walks in and says, "Kiss the rings, bitches." Like, they show the rings, and that's what gets them the people.
Right.
Notre Dame shows up and goes, "We're the fucking Irish." It's like the Yankees. The Yankees show up. We're the Yankees.
Right.
They got that fucking.
I heard a story like that when those big three, those three got together in Miami to play for the Heat. Like, did you ever hear how Pat Riley lured Chris Bosh into coming to Miami?
No.
When he was a free agent, he was meeting with teams left and right. When he met with Miami, of course, Dwayne Wade was there, and Pat Riley was there, because Pat Riley, I think, is like the team president of the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And he showed Chris the first championship ring that Miami won, when it was Wade, Shaq, Antoine Walker, all those guys. And he let Chris hold on to it until he won a ring of his own, and ended up winning those 2 rings. And Chris gave Pat Riley the ring that Pat gave him during free agency at his Hall of Fame induction.
Okay.
So I kind of get what you mean about the whole kiss the rings thing and everything. Because think about it, Chris Bosh was playing north of the border on Raptors teams that weren't really all that good.
No. What else we got? Looking at this shit. So Ed Ogeron came out and said that Kelly should bring a title to LSU within 3 years. Is O fucking crazy for thinking that, or do people think LSU can get back to the promised land?
I mean, it depends on the recruits that they get. Like, if they can put together a team that comes remotely close to what they had in 2019, Yeah, it's possible, but my thing is, can Brian Kelly can he groom a quarterback? That always just seems to be the knock on him. But then again, Brian Kelly is also known to do what? Leave. Like, might be there 3 years and then leave. But there's a lot of pressure on him because he's gone from one big school to a school that's only 2 or 3 years removed from a national championship. I feel that could he? It's possible. Do I see it happening? No, unless they put together a roster that can take down Alabama, because Alabama is not just the cream of the crop in the SEC West. They're the cream of the crop in the SEC. I feel. I mean, yeah, I know Georgia won the whole thing last year, but come on, man, Bama is Bama, and they're gonna roll.
Do they play them this year? And if they do, that's in Death Valley, isn't it, this year?
What, Bama and LSU?
Yeah.
Yeah, they play every year. I think this year is in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's in Death Valley.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm actually, because LSU Tigers finished dead last year in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, look, they haven't really been the same since that team in 2019. I mean, that team in 2019 was put together so well. They were well coached, they were well disciplined, had the great offense, had the great offensive line, and they just had a leader. And when Joe Burrow, and then you already know about all the offensive weapons that they had. Thaddeus Moss, the son of Randy Moss, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I know I'm missing names. Now I got to look it up because it's going to bother me. And defensively, I mean, Derek Stingley. I thought Derek Stingley was the best player, the best defensive player in the country when he was playing for LSU. But nah, this team was stacked because I know I'm missing certain names and I just can't. Okay, roster, no. Roster. I mean, look, it starts with Burrow. They had a great wide receiver in Jarvis Marshall, and then the two receivers that are stars in the NFL right now, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I mentioned. On the defensive side, outside of Derek Stingley Jr., had K'Lavon Chaisson, Patrick Queen, Grant Delpit, like Jacoby Stevens, Christian Fulton. So, yeah, this team was stacked. And guess who that defense was ran by? Just mentioned him a couple of minutes ago. Dave Aranda, the new head coach. The head coach now at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. They haven't recruited. Maybe Brian Kelly can change that in these next couple of years because they have to recruit, man.
So
It's play in November.
Well, would you like to know what else they have in November?
What?
So, other games in November. Georgia, Tennessee.
Who, LSU?
No, these are the other games that are topping the LSU Alabama game.
Okay.
Georgia, Tennessee. Auburn, Mississippi State. Florida.
Interesting.
Florida versus Texas A&M. In College Station.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, Utah. That'll probably be a Pac-12 after dark.
Right.
Here's your 8 o'clock game on ABC. Clemson at Notre Dame.
You mean NBC?
No, this will be your ABC game, I bet you.
Where's it at? In South Bend?
Yeah, they're not going to play this game at 4 o'clock, though.
Nah, but all Notre Dame home games come on NBC.
I think for certain things like this, they might actually change that. Because I remember when Clemson's played in South Bend, they have had this. Because this could also, right now, it is in Notre Dame Stadium, but they could change that too.
Nah, but if it's at Notre Dame and if it's a home game, all Notre Dame home games are played on NBC.
Right now, it hasn't been announced.
That means it'll be on NBC.
What else we got? BYU. Okay, that's Navy, UCF, Memphis, Wake Forest, NC State, Florida State,
And here's the thing: in the month of November, I often refer to the college football season in the month of November as Statement November because usually before that first week in November, what normally comes on? The first set of what? Playoff rankings.
Yep.
So yeah, I just always say, November is that month where teams can really make their case to the committee.
The game might not mean anything right now, but Baylor, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that could be early preview of maybe a potential Big 12 championship game. I mean, I thought that's what it was going to be last year, but didn't happen because Oklahoma couldn't hold up their end of the bargain. I thought Baylor was the best team in the Big 12 last year. They were consistent. They did it on both ends of the football, on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they created pressure. They got takeaways, and offensively, they were able to move the ball down the field. They kind of play with an old school approach. Want to run the football, want to control the clock, want to dominate the line of scrimmage, and they want to win that battle of the line of scrimmage up front in the trenches.
The ultimate suck bowl is this day too.
What's that?
The Suck Bowl?
Oh yeah, UMass takes on UConn.
Don't nobody care. I'll just say it right now. You ain't even gotta listen. You don't even have to ask me when we go to preview games. Then
don't worry, we're not picking that game.
Look, I'm just gonna put it in right now for all of us. Ain't nobody care.
You know what wins an EMP?
Jesus.
So UAss versus UConn.
Yeah, exactly.
UConn versus UAss. Ooh. Or if anybody bets on UConn,
no.
You other word there. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to piss off our sponsors.
Oh no, Dubby won't care because you degenerate.
What?
You degenerate.
Okay, so you ass versus you cunt.
Yep.
All right.
But speaking of which, we should actually talk about that real quick. Christian, I told you this earlier, but we have officially gotten a sponsor.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, Dubby Energy, DUBBY .GG. It is a energy. I guess you would call it an energy drink for gamers, where it is pretty much like Red Bull. It is it's powdered mix, so it's like where you pour into your water, shake it. Has the same stuff as Red Bull, but no sugar and no, like, it's not overly caffeinated, so you don't get the shakes or anything like that. And
liquid crack.
Pretty much, but hey, you know what? I've had it. I haven't had Dubby yet, but I've had other companies like that, like Ghost. G Fuel, I absolutely hate. But Dubby right now, if you go to w.gg, buy something and then go into checkout and type in the Nerd Port, you get a 10% discount, and 10% of that money comes back to us.
Ryan, do you have Cindy Brady hair?
I don't want to fucking look.
It looks like he's got Cindy Brady hair.
Why does he have Pippi Longstockings?
Christian, can you see that?
Let me see.
Hello, Ryan.
I don't think he can hear us.
Oh.
It froze him on his...
I'm Pippi Longstockings.
Christian, you see it?
Nah, wait. Do I have to turn on my video?
No, you should have been able to see it through there. It's all good. But yes, go to w.gg and type in the Nerd Port and get 10% off of any purchase. Helps us out, helps you out, helps us all out. And thank you.
Are you back, Ryan?
Yeah.
What up?
What's with the what's with the Cindy Brady hair, bro?
Did that crazy chick do this?
All right, he went dead silent again.
Oh, God damn it, Ryan. I think your internet's fucking up. What?
What?
God damn it. Have this, drink a beer. What? Another beer. Third beer. Fourth beer.
Whiskey. Jack Daniels. Tequila.
Ryan, can you hear me? Ground control. Ground control to Major Tom.
Bueller.
Fuck Skype right in its fucking face.
And there he is.
There he is.
Hey, Skype, fix your shit.
Skype is not a sponsor of the Nerdport Network.
Skype's on my fucking rage list right now.
Oh, what else? What else is giving you a raging boner?
Okay, so I have noticed a trend of like Twitter fans.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Thinking that like just because they tag somebody that like they're gonna reply to them.
Okay.
And I see and like I see people all the time and it's always like the stupidest shit like, hey, Ed Hook, how were those chips Danhausen gave you? It's a fucking story, you moron! How were the chips? They were fucking chips!
God damn.
Like, he's gonna see it, he's gonna be like, oh man, this dude asked about my chips. We're gonna be best friends now. What?
Good morning, Vietnam!
Okay, coming from somebody that has worked in the business and you know, all that good shit, let me just tell you, whenever you're on a wrestling schedule, okay, Twitter is a fucking glance. You're too busy. And fucking, here's a news flash for everybody that's on there, like fucking tagging like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins and shit. Okay, those accounts are run by WWE, you imbeciles, not the actual superstars. WWE accounts that are run by WWE personnel.
Huh?
Not wrong.
Jesus!
Oh.
It's just fucking mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Well, I tweeted them and they never tweeted me back because they never fucking saw it.
Just because you tweet it doesn't mean it's there. It's just something you put out into the ether.
You know what? I'll say one thing. He's completely right with everything. I've tweeted a celebrity here and there and stuff like that, and don't expect anything back.
You know, the only time I've ever got a reply from tagging a celebrity in a tweet was when I asked Diamond Dallas Page for a fucking interview, and he DM'd me with his agent's phone number.
That's cool.
One time out of years.
I have had two celebrities reply to me. I put up a bill. I was going through my papers and I found an old Kevin Smith thing that I had attended, an event I attended back in like 96 or 97. I said, oh, I found this, thought it was funny, put it up on Twitter. Kevin responded to me with an actual comment. And then I put up a thing. I feel like binge watching a show. I put up Briscoe County Jr., Workaholics, Reno 911. The guy, one of the actors from Reno 911 actually responded back to me.
I fucking love Reno 911. But there's a difference. There's a difference between tweeting like an actor or musician celebrity and an athlete.
I'll be right back.
All right.
The scheduling for these guys aren't the same. Like, you know, actors and shit, they're They're busy, but they've got time to stop and smell the roses. They've got the money. They've got that luxury.
Right.
Yes. Athletes, not so much.
It was the actor who played. He's on the Goldbergs. He worked with Murray on the Goldbergs. I forget his name. Oh, I forget his name. Cedric, I think. Cedric Yarborough, I think his name is, the actor.
Oh, Cedric Yarborough, yeah.
He's the one that responded. He goes, "Come on, player. There's only one choice."
Right.
That's exactly what he said back to me.
Like, it's cool when it happens, but whenever your timeline is just flooded with randos being like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me."
Oh, I see that a lot. I see that a lot. I see it a lot, but you know what?
And it's that type of fucking fanaticism that leads into, like, the dude that was stalking Alexa Bliss.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
All right, quick, guys. I'm going to get going. I'm literally struggling to hear anything right now.
All right.
All right. See you guys later.
Peace.
Right, peace.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just fucking, it's, I hate this word because we all apply to it, but like, that's some straight up Mark shit.
Oh yeah, totally.
Christian, hello, buddy.
What's up?
Oh, you know, just venting. But now that I'm done with that, I would like your analysis on something.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Go for it.
Bader's inside the park home run versus the Orioles. Yesterday.
Why'd Chris jump off?
He couldn't hear, and he says he couldn't hear, and he was having trouble hearing. Yeah.
Okay.
So come on, Christian. That's a rarity. That's as rare as a perfect game.
What happened inside the park?
The inside the park. It was a weird hop. It fucking bounced off the wall, bounced off an outfielder's foot. Fucking Bader turned on the Jets and almost lapped Yachty.
Oh, God. So I wanted to tell you something. So Arenado
Well,
right
no
now,
disrespect to Yachty, but Yachty can't run for shit anymore.
no disrespect, but Arenado's second in MVP voting in MVP betting right now.
It's because it's fucking
90 seconds.
Thank you, Brenda.
Thanks, Brenda.
So we waited for you to talk Kentucky Derby.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Go for it.
Christian, did you watch any of the Derby?
I did not. But I just saw.
You know, I didn't, because I was right with you when it was on.
Yeah, I know you did, because you were watching it right with me on my phone.
Nah,
Yeah,
I didn't.
we're at an indie wrestling
60
show watching
seconds.
the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, because it was on Peacock, so I had it on my phone. I was not missing that shit. I was not missing that. And then I saw the payouts, and I wish I fucking had some of that.
Oh, God, I know. Me too, man. Who would have thought? Fucking Rich Strike.
So Dick Strike wins the Kentucky Derby. I know what I said, Dick Strike.
Jockey's serving a fucking suspension right now, too.
For what?
Is he really? For what?
Apparently, it's his fourth suspension since September.
For what?
Having the horse bite other horses?
I don't know exactly what it was, but I knew there was like, what? Dude, this dude just won the Kentucky Derby and he got suspended?
So anyway, so Christian, this dude went off at
10 seconds.
Thank you, Brenda. At 80-1. And won the Kentucky Derby.
Mm-hmm.
If you just put $2 down on him to win, you got $163.60 back for a $2 bet. Now, this is the Kentucky Derby. No one just puts down $2 on horses. People were putting down like $50 or $100 on certain horses. But if you had, so right now, so just looking at this, Rich Strike, Epicenter, and Zidane came in first, second, third. if you had the first and second horse together,
Right.
you ended up getting back for an exact. Where's the exact? $4,101. If you.
Oh, okay, here it is. I'm sorry, I got it.
Okay.
Rich strike jockey Sonny Leon suspended for 4 days for careless riding in race before Kentucky Derby.
For careless riding.
Yep.
Interesting. So if you had the
What did you do? Make fun of the other horses as they were going by?
So if you had the trifecta, which was the first 3 horses, so the what I just read off, you got $7,500 for a dollar bet, or sorry, for a 50-cent bet. A superfecta, which was a $1 bet, but if you box it was 24, grossed in at $321,500.
Goddamn.
If you had the super high 5, which is the same thing as the superfecta, but it's it's 5 horses, $741,018. $750,000.
Jesus, Sage Monkey Nuts.
For $1.
Christian, you could buy Trish Stratus for that probably.
Look, man, I already
Can I
got
have
it.
some visitations?
No,
No. Fuck that, Ryan. Fuck that, Ryan. You go after Carmella.
No. Trish is a goddess.
Oh, so Ryan, look at the Skype chat.
Walking amongst us. Oh, I have been.
You saw the picture of Trish in there, right?
Yes.
All right, now there's a story behind that. I don't know if you heard the story. So I messaged Christian earlier in the day on Twitter since Facebook fucked him again. And I said, since you're down, here's a little something to brighten your day. First words he types back, grabs Vaseline.
I don't know, man. That one I got that I sent to Nikita Lyons is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
Katie Von.
Yeah, it was. I shot it up to the ceiling so my kids could see from above.
That was a long shot.
Boom!
No, but that
Headshot.
picture of Trish ain't nothing to Google at. I mean, Google at.
Shut up, John.
As in
Google
the words of Halo. Boom! Headshot.
So how's the weather out there on the East Coast today?
Not terrible.
70 degrees.
Fuck you both. 90, and right now Shrek is arguing with my fucking ball sack over whose swamp it is.
Oh, shit. Is that why you got Pippi Longstocking hair?
Yes.
Is that the friend me and you were talking about the other day that did that?
What?
The batshit crazy one?
No.
Okay.
There's a batshit. Wait a minute.
I'll tell the
lost.
story off air.
Please,
Off
I
air.
want to hear the story off air.
Off air.
Hey, but
You might want to stay for off air.
I've got some rumblings of a new gimmick coming out of the Midwest that you guys are gonna love.
Oh?
Yeah, it's a fella named Insufficient Insulin.
Okay.
Mid-match, just mid-match, he has a blood sugar crash and collapses.
Makes as much sense as from the other side of the hood.
Dude, I was making this dude work this gimmick the other day. Just, fucking around practice. I'm like, no, come on, dude, you gotta be insufficient insulin. And I shot this motherfucker into the ropes. He took one step back and just, boom, face planted into the center of the ring. Holy shit, that's money.
Now coming to the ring, weighing in at coma.
No. He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out to the ring. He's gonna put a little sugar on it, okay? And he's gonna have his sugar crash mid-match. The referee's gonna stuff a little Debbie in his fucking pie hole because he's a fat ass. He's gonna get up, run around, scream his eyes out for about 30 fucking seconds, and then have a complete crash, and it's over.
So basically, he's going to do a Festus type thing.
Kinda. Except after 30 seconds of that hardcore, oh my god, I've got energy, he just crashes again.
Oh, shit.
So hold on, real quick. I wanted to talk about this. That sounds hilarious. Christian, what's your thoughts on Canelo losing?
I didn't see that coming. I heard he lost, and man, I saw Twitter was in an uproar after he lost. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with him losing because of the fact that now we can start fucking getting rid of a lot of these belts. Like I said, I've always had an issue, and I've said it time and time again on the show, that boxing has way too many fucking belts.
Yeah, I can agree.
The fact that there's like 12 to 13 different fucking 12 to 15 divisions, and each division has 4 titles. Like, come on. It's a little much.
So we got total in boxing. It's like what, 10, 12 belts, something like that?
There's 12 divisions, 4 belts in each division.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's just crazy, man.
Like, why should anyone care about boxing?
Christian, you gotta hit him when he says that. You gotta say it.
Ain't nobody care.
Ain't
No,
There you go.
They really don't. That's the problem. They really don't. They care about big names. They care about the names in the companies, like the Furies, Canelo, Triple G.
Here, I'll be honest with you guys. You want to know the last boxing fight that I watched? And you guys are gonna laugh. Like, the last actual boxing fight that I watched on pay-per-view was McGregor Mayweather.
We got fucking that fight.
I got you beat, Christian.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one since the late 90s.
Oh, wow.
But like, that's the thing, though. I will say this. Like, personally, I hate watching certain boxing because I am a fan of the sport. I hate, like, UFC is turned into the modern day boxing, but I hate the people that are like, oh, well, they need to knock people out. Like, come on. You're not watching it for the fun. Yeah, the knockouts are what makes the sport the best, what makes it entertaining, the highlight reel. But if someone actually can put together 12 rounds of entertaining actual boxing, it's almost near impossible not to sit down and just be amazed when the sport is done correctly.
Watching boxing is like, how you know?
I mean, it is. Boxing, literally, boxing is a science. Like, that's why I love watching Fury. Fury is not a flashy knockout puncher like Tyson is. Like Mike Tyson was, you're done. One punch, he hits you in the jaw, you're done.
You're also done if you're on an airplane, but that's beside the point.
But, like, you turn around and watch Tyson Fury literally dancing back and forth, doing the rope-a-dope, stuff like that, and being like, and legitly just sitting back and watching and not getting punched. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Of course.
So the Bucks won Game 5. The Panthers won Game 5, and the Rangers won Game 5. Nice. So we got Game 6s coming up.
Well, all right.
Dude,
All right.
Oh, Christian, I never got to ask you.
Yeah.
Ja being out for the rest of the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
Thoughts?
That's tough because he's becoming a star. He might be already there. I like the energy he plays with. Yeah, that's a tough loss for them because that's more of a series if he's playing, but funny thing is, Memphis played better without him throughout the year. I think he missed 25 games and they won 20 of those games, if I'm not mistaken. But the regular season and the playoffs are just two completely different ball games, man.
And then I don't know. Is there any other topics we got? Because I have nothing else.
Oh, I want to ask Ryan that question. I asked a baseball question. I want to ask him since he's here now.
Okay.
All right, Ryan. Now, I asked this question to everybody for their teams. If you could be GM for a day and change 2 players on your team, position players, make trades and upgrade 2 positions, what 2 positions would they be on your team?
Shortstop. I mean, really, shortstop's the only position I worry about in St. Louis.
Like you wouldn't replace any other? There's no other position you feel is a little weak that they need to upgrade?
Not really. I mean, maybe third. Maybe. Depends on who they got. If I were GM for a day, the first thing I would do is fucking bring back daily infield practices and Jose Oquendo on the third baseline.
Okay.
Jose was a weapon for St. Louis. He was because he was one of those players that understood every position, who could play every position. It didn't matter where you played on the field, he could help you.
Former Met. You know that?
Yes, and I will say that I'm a little biased to Jose Oquendo on the third baseline because I went to the school to pick his daughters up for a game before they left, and he'd always show up. Really nice fucking suit. And he met everybody that came up to him. He signed autographs and took pictures.
That's cool.
Why the fuck is he in Facebook jail again?
Oh.
JP.
Because it's fucking JP.
Ronnie, come on. He probably insulted somebody again or probably said something off color again. About a fight or something, and he probably got booted into Facebook jail again.
Now, JP, you can't say whatever you want around Cocksuckerberg.
This is true.
Do it on Twitter.
We love you, JP.
Do it on Twitter. Do it on Twitter. He just gave Donald Trump his Twitter back.
Yeah, do it on Twitter, dude. Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck.
So wait, Trump is back on Twitter again?
Yeah, Elon Musk said when everything's said and done, he's giving Trump his Twitter back.
No fucking way, dude. I followed him.
Oh, God, Lord. We're all fucked.
Fuck that, dude.
Oh, I just literally saw that, and I'm just like, oh, no.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so my car's in the shop, and I'm having to drive a loaner, and it's a fucking Prius. Not happy about it.
Oh, God.
Okay? I have put more gas in the fucking Prius than I did in my other car.
What's your other car?
Dodge Stratus.
Ah.
Her name is Trish, by the way. But yeah, it's been fucking crazy.
Usually they say Priuses are so good on gas.
They are if you're driving on the highway.
Oh, they got good highway. They give good highway miles.
Great highway miles, dude. And you can fucking flip over to the electric battery anytime.
Have you done that with this thing yet, or no?
Oh yeah, dude. It sounds like a gerbil queef.
Oh dear God.
Okay, the show's really coming to an end now. We're talking about gerbil queefs.
That's what a Prius sounds like.
Have you ever seen the Jeff Dunham? Have you ever seen him?
Yes, you're gay.
Yeah.
No, Chris.
We did that for him before, and Christian took offense to it, not Chris. I don't even think Chris heard it. Oh, Christian, for you wondering, that's a wrestler named Falabad, somebody me and Ronnie are friends with.
Oh, okay. Nice.
We had him he does a bit in the ring where when somebody tries to hit. Now how tall would you say Fala is, Ronnie?
I'm taller than him, so maybe 5'9".
Weighs about 400 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. So somebody will try to hip toss him or do some move, and he'll just tap his finger and go, no, no, no. So we just had him add the Chris part for fun. We did that. It was just this Saturday we actually had him do it.
Yeah, that was fucking funny.
Yeah, but the problem is when we talked to him, he was high as a motherfucker. Ryan and him would have been like Cheech and Chong in that arena. Y'all would have been Cheech and Chong back there.
But no,
Hey man.
What was this? Oh, so I just heard some NFL news.
Let me hear it.
The Jets are going to really be getting depth on that defensive line now.
Why?
Carl Lawson is looking to make a full return by training camp.
But can he stay healthy? I mean, that's the question.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Now with that line the way it's going to be, they're now putting more depth into that line with Lawson.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the Jets had a great draft with Sauce, and then you get Garrett Wilson, who I thought was the most polished route runner in this entire draft. And now, with that third pick in the first round, you get Jermaine Johnson. I mean, Robert Saleh loves edge guys. Look at what he was able to work with in San Francisco. Had Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa.
Yeah,
Right.
So what I think he's really trying to do, he's trying to double down, and he's really trying to, build his next great tandem of pass rushers.
Here we go. Let me see. They have Caesars has win totals. Let me see. Do they have the Jets up? They have the Steelers.
And
7.5. 7.5.
I think they'll do better than that.
The Giants 7.
I mean, the Giants have a new head coach now, and Brian Dable. First year guy comes in. Teams don't really know what to expect. He's an offensive-minded guy. You see how he was able to groom Josh Allen. The Giants finally went with the offensive-minded coach.
There's no faith here. They have the Jets at 5.5.
I mean, I look at the Jets, and I was telling this to John last week.
Yeah,
the Jets have a lot of ladders to climb if they want to be mentioned with the upper echelon in the AFC. Because you look at the AFC right now as a whole, you can start with their division. They may be the fourth best team in the division. I mean, Buffalo's 1, 2 is probably New England, 3 is probably Miami, and then 4 is the Jets. And then you just look at all the other teams in the AFC. They don't have the depth that all the other teams do in the conference. Cincinnati, they just went to the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh is better than them. I'm not going to be disrespectful, and I'm not going to say Cleveland because, Cleveland, they're just in a whirlwind of crap themselves. Baltimore, when healthy, I think Baltimore actually wins the AFC North this year because, let's be real, those weren't the Ravens that we saw last year, Ronnie. You and I talked about that all the time. And the injuries, unfortunately, caught up to them at the worst time. They were able to slide by maybe the first 6 or 7 games of the year, but they just couldn't they just couldn't get out of their own way. You look at the AFC West. I mean, the Chargers are better than the Jets. Kansas City, of course. Denver got better because they upgraded.
See, here's the thing.
With a new quarterback
and
Russell Wilson.
You're saying, and in all honesty, I don't think the Jets are done getting guys. Because I would not be shocked if they go out and get Bradbury.
What's that one guy that you were saying that they were hoping they would trade up to get? That I forget his name. Some weird name. Starts with a D.
Who?
It was you were saying you would hope they would trade You would trade the 10th rounder to get him.
Oh, the kid out of Seattle. Debo. Oh, not Seattle. Debo out of San Francisco. He ain't going nowhere. They would have wanted the Jets' first 2 picks of the draft. And no offense, that's not worth it for Debo.
Okay.
Now, DJ Metcalf from Seattle, I could see them trading for assets. But right now, the Jets, like I said, this team on paper feels very late 90s, where the Jets won by their defense and running the ball.
Okay.
All right.
And if you remember the last 3 times that they've played that type of game, they've made it to the AFC conference, the AFC title game every time.
Okay.
They play that style of ball.
It's like a wind-up toy.
What?
This dude just drove by, like, I have a window open because it's fucking 90 degrees.
Yeah, well.
Did you guys hear that noise in the background?
I heard something. I didn't know what it was.
It sounded like a wind-up toy. It was a truck. Correction. That sounds like a gerbil queef.
Oh, okay. Final thing, and we will get out of here with this.
Then I got to hear Ryan's story.
TB12 to Fox Sports as an analyst for 10 years, $375 million total.
Damn.
$37.5 million a year. For
37?
In a row.
Oof.
I mean, 37 times his kid kissed him on the lips.
Oh, the average of tongue kisses he completed to fucking Bill Belichick?
Yeah. So once his career is officially over, he's going to move into the booth to hopefully be the next Tony Romo for Fox Sports.
Okay, then.
Which means that what? He's got 2 more years? 1 more year? Or what?
I think this is it.
Yeah, so do I.
I remember him saying he wanted to play until 40. He turned until his age 45th season. When he turned 45, he'll be 45 in August. Man, everybody getting in the booth but me. Damn.
Dude,
but
this money is stupid for.
But I mean, look. Let's look at it like this. Fox did lose who?
Oh yeah, they lost
Joe Buck
and
Troy Aikman. I mean, look. It's no disrespect to Greg Olson, but he's not a household name. You know.
Well, I think Olson's gonna be with Brady.
He's gonna be with Burkhardt, I think, this year.
Next year, I think Brady's gonna be with Olson next year.
Oh, they're gonna make it a 3-person booth?
I think so.
Interesting.
I'll say this: I think Brady would definitely be better than Breeze.
Breeze isn't bad. I like Drew. I think
Breeze can drag shit out.
How so?
There are some days where he just is too boring to listen to.
Yeah, I will say this: like early on with Football Night in America, he and Tony Dungy just looked so confused, sitting next to each other. Like, yeah, you didn't really see that with Rodney and Dungy because they had the chemistry from working with each other for so long.
Are you talking boring like Ambien to sleep type of boring?
For who? Breeze? Yeah.
Yeah.
Breeze put people to sleep.
Okay then.
Like he did not do good. He's getting his legs, but he was Dennis Miller bad.
I mean, look, dude, it was.
I don't know Dennis Miller. He's a good comic.
Yeah, not a good.
I like Dennis.
Have you ever listened to his play-by-play?
Yes, I did.
On Notre Dame?
No, when he was doing Monday Night Football.
He was. All right, look, I'll say that was a poor decision to bring a comic into the booth. It wasn't smart, but he wasn't terrible. I mean, I've heard worse.
He was pretty bad.
Oh, nothing.
Not by much, but I
Not
have.
by much.
But fucking 30 fucking $5+ million. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's insane. It's really insane that that guys are getting paid that much to be in the fucking booth.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain. But speaking of being insane in the brain, any thoughts and closing comments on any of this?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Brian, you got anything?
No brain.
I guess that's a no.
Yeah, well then you can all just keep your stick on the ice. If the women don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy, right?
That's right.
But yes, no, but ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. If you like what you heard, please follow us on Twitter under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually at F and Ronnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At Daily Blitz _61.
At StuntcockSTL. You can follow me and find me on Facebook at facebook.com/ShowMeProWrestling.
And
there you go.
Also go to our sponsors, like I said, Dubby, DUBBY. What it is, how it is written up there on the page. .gg. Order at checkout under the Nerdport and 10% off of all purchases. Apparently they are running out of stock, so best be on that if you want to get any of that.
Jump on it now, people.
All right, Ryan, should we?
Yes, sir.
You want to count it down this time?
3, 2, 1.
Stunt cock.
And with that being said, there you go.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Join us back here on Monday for From Real to Heel, where we dive into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck of pro wrestling and pop culture. It's like Wednesday. It's like today's show, but just a little more sweaty. And if you haven't learned anyway this, there is always a teachable moment. If you don't believe me, that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Dummy.
Using Blog Talk